Five by five. Good evening, everyone. Checking my chat settings here with on live chat. We got Brian first in, Ground Fog, Marco, War Room, Miss Kelly, Mrs. Kelly, Marco Yee. Already said Marco, I think. Rodney, Stacy, Neil Mack, Brian White. Good evening. It's good to see you guys. Oh, better ignore my messages here. Boom. All right. I think I've got everything. Family soup. I think we got everything here. All my settings set. What did I get this last week that I'm supposed to be working on? I didn't think I got anything new this last week. Or did I? I don't even know. How y'all doing? What'd you guys carry this week, or carry today, I should say? What did you carry today? Put this over here. Got my notes. BNA sent 5 Darkwater memberships. Holy cow. Thank you so much, BNA. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and bringing new members in. That is absolutely awesome. Kudos to BNA. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just trying to set up my goodies here. So we have, I'm starting to get a good collection of junk pile around here. I'm not sure where these extra parts have come from. Very interesting. And new members, again, Cliff Brott, congratulations. Waylon, Tina M4, Pew Pew, W through Ray, and Lawn Raptor. That's a cool name. Lawn Raptor. So thank you again, BNA, for that. I definitely appreciate that. What am I carrying? Right now, I'm carrying a Kaiser Beyond. Yes, thank you, BNA. I definitely appreciate that. Awesome, Hank. Trivi Salam Topo. The Droma Mallory Designs. There we go. I wonder if I should, well, no, we'll just leave it at that angle. Yes, thank you, BNA. That is super appreciated, man. Thank you so much. Let me see here. All right. So, yeah, let me know how your guys' day was today. I've been going 100 miles an hour. I have my public official stuff, and then I had a funeral, back to public official stuff, track, and now I'm on the live. So, I haven't really had any time to breathe today. So, uh, I may be a little bit out of it. Pretty sad day in the family. And, anyways, just, yeah, good day at track, though. We had a good practice, though, for sure. Mick Ranger, good to see you. Mr. Mouse. Oh, there's Mr. Mouse. There we go. What up? What up? What up? Got to take pups out. Got to switch out to the phone. Mr. White. Is that the red or the white? Uh, oh, what was I going to say? I know I did get something new. What did I get in this week? No, that was last week. I don't think I got anything new in this week. I blasted a knife, but that was about it. Huh. Interesting. Thought I had got something new. Unless we talked about the trilobite. That was another new one I got. We'll put that out here right now. Good to see you, Roger Baker. Oh, thank you, Mick. Breathing is overrated. Yep. I blasted this. I've already kind of got it dirty, but as you can see, I blasted my copper dragonfly, and we'll let it. Maybe I'll shipwreck it. I don't know. It is not the lightest. Yeah, that's what I got going on. I know Rodney, you just had a Bible study before this. That's awesome. Yeah, it was quite an interesting day around here. So I was curious. Oh, Loki, I did get something new in the mail. Thank you, Loki, for reminding me. I haven't even opened it yet. So I will do that. Let me cut my fingernail off here that I snagged today. Probably annoying to hear that on the camera, but I got to make it at least uniform. All right. There we go. Oh, one more. All right, we good. We good. Uh recurve another. Recurve another. All right, let's open up this box because oh, I did get a par in, but I did the battle switch with or the scale switch, excuse me. Vanguard. Oh. Oh man. This box is very well taped and it's going to take some serious opening. Figure out where these. Let's move this out of the way here. Zip, zip. That side. And then we're going. There's the crack. Here we are here. Man. Well, there was no risk of this box coming open on the way. I promise you that. Bam! Right here. Oh, did I cut the wrong side? Probably. Here we are. Well, Loki, you could tell us about your knives. Let me move this out of the way here. Put these up here. All right. What's in the box? Just tell me what's in the box. Okay. Well, actually, there's a couple things in the box. We'll move the box. We'll start with this. What is this, Loki? This is a concept. Boop. And this one is called the Pioneer. I have never seen that one. This one has the Orbital logo. I think, no, or is that Dock Designs? I don't remember what that logo is. That is for you to give away. Look at that. Excellent finger choil up here. You can get up over there. It is a prototype by Concept. Isn't that Orbital's logo? I might be completely. I don't even have any of my orbitals around me at the moment, so that's cool. Interesting. Kubi just had the Pioneer, so did Kaiser. Yep. The concept is only 9 CR for the steel, but tie scales. Yeah. Yeah. All concepts prototypes run 9 CR blades. So if you get a concept that doesn't have a steel marking on it, it's a 9 CR blade, and it's more than likely a prototype. Look at that. This is gonna get a refinish, and then we'll give it away. Awesome. All right. So here is the coup de grace. I feel like I'm unwrapping a giant steak. All right. And what is this bad boy right here? Bob DeBrotism. All right. So this is clearly a large format fixie. Looks like about 10 inches. Oh, man. Look at this monster. Yep. This is, I believe, one of Loki's designs here. Yep. That thing is a beast for sure. And so who did you, that one is now called the Tier 1. Who made this, or who was your OEM on this? Because this is USA made, right? All right, looking at the grind here. This one is absolutely a beast. Okay. Yep, my new design. This was made by JKK Customs, and yes, yeah, here's a J. I saw something on here. Oh, I can kind of see that when I zoom in. JKK Customs. All right. Felt like so this one is this one a prototype too, Loki? Like it almost looks like some sort of like Spartan. Pretty sweet. I like the grinds on there, and I mean it clearly. Can you guys hear me at all? Are we good? Are we not good? I don't know. Okay, you can hear me all good. Okay, yeah. I'd like to know more about this, and maybe you emailed it to me or sent me in the message, but I don't have access for it right now. So I'm not sure if I can, well, I can't pull that up because I don't have anything else to pull it up with here. But yeah, very interesting design. The tier one. Um, yeah, great. What is this? What is the version one steel out of, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, that's a chunk of steel for sure. Your back. I kind of want to, use this. All right. So, like for me, if again, you said you're going to add jimping here. This one is 8670. Like if I was going to carry this or, carry this in uniform, like right off the bat, I would bevel this right here. I would bevel this choil on both sides because you can definitely feel it as a hot spot. Um, the grind, if you got to hold this, so you probably observed, unless this was an actual design trait. The grind here is actually in the loop or in the choil here. Actually, is at about an angle like this instead of being flat. It's about like this. So it opens up more to the right side, which is, if you're right-handed, carry perfect. If you're left-handed, you have a hot spot on that side. So just reference if you knew that or didn't know that. So um yeah, jimping and that like softening up that corner a bit, this would be an excellent carrier. Now I have large size hands. XL would be right here to the end, so would have a full grip. But any bigger than that, you're losing some grip space. But it's really cool to hold some. I've never even seen this before. I don't think. I don't think you sent me a photo. Um, it gives the appearance that it's fatter here at the tip. That's not the case, but it is a very strong piercing tip, as you can see. Yeah. How big is those scales here? Trying to gauge the thickness of that. Yeah, I definitely want to make the handle bigger and change the shape slightly. Yeah, that's a cool blade looking, or a blade shape. And I'm just curious on sharpening, I don't even have my strop down here. My oldest took it, so I was missing my drivers and my strop this week. So interesting. Whoop, whoop. Wow. Could you imagine gut ripping with this thing? Man, version two will have different scales too. Okay. Yeah, I would follow those scales on the contour of the handle here because it is a very cool shape. I would just extend it a little bit, but whoever did your scales, I would have them match that a little bit. Needs a bigger handle and less of a recurve. Well, some of them, there is knives with that big of a recurve on there. Add a Q&A sticker. Try it. No, it went away. I don't know how to change that now. Huh. There's so much stuff with this that I have no idea. Nope, can't do it there. I love to hear any and all feedback, says Loki. Yeah, so again, this is the tier one from Loki. It's his first design. Uh if anybody does lives, how do you ask the questions on here? I don't see any other way to do it. Unless it's just when it pops up I have to do it. Tag products. No thank you. War room. Yeah, let me know what you guys carried today. I appreciate the ones that have done that already. Yeah, this is very interesting. Uh I swear that's Orbital's logo. But do I have any other orbitals? No, I don't have any of those other ones here on me right now. So I like strange and unique designs. So initially, I thought this was kind of like a like a Tom Brown tracker, like reimagined, But it is definitely different than the tracker. But it's cool. I mean, I would carry this, take this into the camping with me. Yeah, that is definitely a big boy though. I also want to have a better handle for chopping, and I did ask if it was an orbital logo, and they said no. Hmm. Got a squid surf and DLC in the mail today, carrying that. Oh, Roger that. That would be great for clearing some brush. Oh, absolutely. That surf is a pretty sweet knife. Very sweet. Uh, they promised to send one to the channel and then said, "Oh, sorry, we're not going to send any more out to reviewers." I was like, huh, "Thanks for the promise. All you got is your word these days. If you can't hold to your word, that's unfortunate." So I live by a different code, though. Well, what you guys got going on? It's pretty quiet in the chat right now. So, really test her out. Take your time. I'm in no hurry. I broke my Dremel this last week. I don't know if it broke. I think I just need to do new brushes, but I got new brushes on the way. If that doesn't work, I got to buy another Dremel. So, knife mods have all but stopped at the moment, which is unfortunate, but what do you do? Like crap happens like that. So, BNA. All right. Yeah, about ready to peace out. Shopping motorcycle parts in a different tab and listening. All right. What kind of motorcycle are you looking for? Or is it mini motorcycle parts? I used to shop gun parts all the time and I just pretty much stopped. I bought two little 50 mini Hondas for my boys. And man, parts for those can get expensive. A Gixxer GSXR 750. All right. Carried a few today. What'd you carry? Yeah, I carried a Mini Nova, and is that what you were carrying today, Rodney? Were you carrying the Nova Mini? I carried that, and then I also carried the Beyond today. Just gotta love the sound of the Beyond. Interesting. Smash the like button, folks. Smash it. Yeah, this one is super underrated. I have my new to me PM2 Tanto on me today. All right, that's awesome, Brandon. Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely a good one. I have one sitting over here, and Vero, Kaiser, and Concept. Yep. Cliff Brought. Super weird. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this. I know I'm going to blast it for sure. It's just because that ultra matte finish on there, I'm just not a huge fan of. So we'll make it pretty. There we go. War Room, Quiet Carry Drift, LCT, Tactile Maverick, Kershaw Bel Air XL, Keith the Knife Freak Small Hunter Fixie. Loki says, I carried my Tenable Entity and my Shed Knives Tuatara. This one is brand new, so I'm trying to break it in. What do you think about the new Benchmade Bug Out and LMAX? I have no idea. So I'm hearing it here first, or hearing it first from you. It's probably been out for 6 months, and I just don't even know. I didn't even know the Microsoft MSI Mini was out. How does that even happen? What up, Dragoon? Superb. It's actually new. It dropped at Shot Show. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even look. Didn't even know. So I clearly don't know much about it. Oh man, my camera looks dirty. Joe Dirte, wipe your nose. One, two, three. Very pleased with the entity. Yeah, the entity's a good one. And it's a bigger knife, you know. LMAX. It's like they're breaking ground with new stuff. I did see someone post a Benchmade Fixie this morning, and it's some sort of a San Mai, but I think it's Rex 121 in Damascus or something, which should be very cool. I would hate to try to sharpen that thing. Bill Gates and Marathon. Is it Marfione? That's how he's. I thought it was Marathon. Marfione carried my QSP Penguin Glide Lock, Kershaw Bel Air, Tenable Par Fixie, and my Olight Arc Pro. What is that Fixie? This is the Loki Tier 1. Lord Loki. I have a really cool blade that was limited release for a Kaiser for a Canadian knife. Gearbox made 10th anniversary. It was designed by a member. It's called the Kaiser Saturna. It is sick. That is cool. Super cool. I feel like I've heard of it. Brian F., what is up? I know a lot of you all out there are dealing with bad weather. I would really like some of that bad weather in Northern California. I'm tired of 70s in February. Yeah, I think Florida would happily give it to you. Flicking my Vosteed Hedgehog, Homer. Hey, Brown Sugar. One in S45VN and one in Nitro V. Huh, that's interesting. Big boy. Yep, that's a cool prototype. You know, I mean, and it's edgy. I think that's what I like about it. It's something that no one else has. And I think that's something like why I like this knife. It's just so different than everything else out there, right? Hey, Uh, Dwayne, did you get your package? I guess I should have probably looked before I went live to see who did and did not get their packages. Oh, I better stop playing with this thing. Or you go blind. Stop playing with it or you go blind. Pick up your sandwich. I love that fixie. I have that fixed blade. Love my Kubotons and something extra. Thank you. I did a video today. I need to upload it. What? Oh, Brian Kubotons. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why I love the Bulldog. It's kind of ugly, but super functional. What up, homie? Homer? Glad you like it. Hey, Brown Sugar. All right, I got to check something. All right. Dwayne Letterman, your package is still en route. I have an issue with UPS. I paid for 2 days shipping and it took 6 days. They should give me my money back. What do you guys think? Here for Loki. What's up, Zachary LaRue? Hopefully I said that right. That's what I tell my wife. I'm kind of ugly, but super functional. Yeah. Anyone have any questions they would like answered about that fixie? The tier one fixie? Yeah, I'm pretty miffed about that. I pay for extra, almost double for second day air, and then it takes 6 days. Like, come on. And I don't know how you file a claim on that. Kind of making me mad. I don't like to be petty like that, but I never spring for extra shipping because every time it's been a joke. So I don't know. What a what a ripoff. Well, I have a new fixie in this week, but it's nothing like the tier one. I promise you. Prepared to be whelmed, just not over. If I can even find where I put it, so negative, 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 negative. Maybe I don't even have it down here. Well, that's awesome. Oh, I do have it. Whelmed. If the ladies don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. That's right. What up, Kong Blades? What up, DC? It's not petty. It's a contract, and they did not fulfill their agreement to obligations. I agree with that. I just gotta after the live, I gotta figure out exactly what I'm gonna do. Give me 1 second. I gotta run upstairs and grab this other knife. Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee tuna. Okay. Got it. Help with gadgets. Do we have the room to ourselves? Well, you did for a second, yes. I had to go grab something. Flicking my blade. Just flicking it. All right. That's cool. Here. So I got in some pars, and I was talking with Dragoon one day, and we were. This is a thought I had already had because I just get so tired of some of these companies' color schemes. They're just rotten. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm getting jaded in my old age. But if you have to buy two blades to make the color combinations seem like they're right, either it's a fatal flaw, they're bad at designing, or that's part of the sales plan, right? And I think you guys have heard me talk about this before. It's like do color combinations that make sense. So, anyways, what up, Caleb Haney? Good to see you, brother. Coister, her Dragoon gets a free par. I heard that too somewhere. Someone put it in my head at some point. So, but anyways, Dragoon was saying he would give his left elbow if Concept would release this black copper with a black blade. So basically, I had to buy one, swap it out. To me, for what I would use it for, this version would be for fishing. Hence, the par mean is a actual fish name. Um, yeah, this would be a good like little trout knife. So I don't know about bird, but definitely trout. So, anyways, this looks really good. It's enough to castrate a man. Yeah, I mean, you could do that with your bare hands too, just so you know. But you know, not with beta hands, though. I guess. But anyways, yeah, Dragoon really wanted to see this color in person, and I think he hit it on the head. Uh, Screws and everything match pretty decently, so definitely a win-win, right? Good job, Concept. I despise coated blades. Despise is a very strong word. I'm down for making some castratos by hand. Yeah, all you gotta it's just like taking a cork off a wine bottle. All you gotta do is put your hand around the base and squeeze and it pops off. So I guess when you have good hands. Oh, I think the silver one looks killer in my opinion. I love marbled and the stone wash. I guess it's a polished stone wash, so I want to do it to my friend. He's tiny. Oh, well, I got no advice for you on there. Don't pick on people just because they're small. Love people. Be a friend. Be a neighbor. That's the best advice. Be a neighbor. I was distracted by the two misses. Two misses. What's going on? This went downhill fast. This did go downhill. Thank you, whatever your name, 67 brain rot. Thank you for derailing the conversation. Be a good neighbor. State Farm is there. She just had lasagna. You're not supposed to watch your wife while she eats. That is considered rude in Georgia. I don't know. At least I heard that was. Oh, here's a good example. Now that we have concepts here, here we go. Let's see. So a concept that's not a prototype, what is that? It's nothing. The blade steel is shown right on the blade always. And then you got your name, logo. Sometimes you have the designer's name, or it's just going to be the logo. Castration, or I don't know, making fun of your missus while she's eating lasagna is rude in Georgia, from what I heard. Screw Jake. So, anyways, this one that Loki sent, you can tell it is a prototype because on your model number side, there is no steel designation. And Concept uses religiously 9CR for their prototypes. So we flip it over, they should be remotely the same. You've got the name of the knife and the designer logo. And then, yeah. So again, no steel designation means it is a prototype. That's why you get a 6 foot plus wife that can tussle. I purposely did not date any girls that were taller. Not that I have little man complex. I mean, I'm not terribly short. I'm 5'9", but I just didn't want to ever stand on my tippy toes to have to kiss my wife, I guess. Interesting conversation tonight. This has definitely got to be a Doc Designs because this reminds me incredibly of the Doctober. Why don't we pull it out? Sitting over here in Marietta, Georgia, I didn't know there was a rule about not talking about castorados over dinner. Seen the prototype in person. I love the action. The weight is great. Yeah, this has definitely got to be a Doc Design. So let me. Hello, Doc. It is Doc. I don't know why I thought that was Orbital's logo, but it's definitely Doc's. So let's just show the front of it. Okay, well, here's this one. And notice by the finger placement, and let me put this down, this area here to here. And I just put the front part of this knife in right now. Do you see any similarities as far as your finger placements go? So here we go. That's definitely a Doc Design. Koister has been carrying the Mini Griffin a lot, and he really likes it. So a big thank you again to the person who donated the Mini Griffin to Koister. It was much appreciated. But here we get validation when we zoom in on here, and we've got the Doc logo for the Doctober and the Doc logo on the Pioneer. So I do see the family resemblance now that now that I've got them both in hand. So mystery solved. Probably because I'm a Yankee born. I didn't know about proper Georgia dinner conversation. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't know what's proper in Georgia or not. I've only been there. It's kind of like staying at a Holiday Inn Express. So, yeah, apples to apples, that is definitely a Doc Design. As I got to hold it, I could definitely feel as I picked it up like this, like, wait a minute, I felt this before. I've had these before. It's so good. Here we go. One of my favorites right here. Well, because Loki was so generous, I think. What do you guys think? This would be a good February Moga. Loki, are you good with that? We could give this for the February members only giveaway, and I may refinish the handles on it, do something a little bit different with it. Yeah, I actually really do like this blade shape. This is a little different with the big finger hole right here. Like I don't know. I mean, it fits, but I do like the shape of the blade. So February Moga it is. Like this is too nice. I think a members only giveaway would be killer for this. So I could do something as I see Zach's purple on there and brown sugar. I know she likes purple. Maybe I could do like a purple fade on here or something because gold always looks good with purple. Green always looks good with purple. I don't know. There's a blue looks. Here we go. Green looks good with gold. Purple looks good with gold. Blue looks good with gold. I think we might have a little winner here. So I heard Loki likes purple if you do that in his honor. Loki loves purple. I know that for sure. So I really like the backspacer on here. I like how this was done. I think that's super thoughtful in my opinion. See if some cutoff 45 casings can fill those speed holes. They look a little too big. This would maybe a 9 millimeter. I can go check. Let me look. That would be interesting. Rodney, thank you so much for the channel donation. Thank you as always for the support. No purple. I mean, it fills the hole very nicely. Like you would have to bond it in there. And this one is tinier right here. These two are. So 223 will fit perfectly flush if I cut those. This one would be set in. 9 mil would, yeah, that's 9 mil. Would fit just like the 223 in these ones. So might be a combination if I wanted to go that route. I can experiment. These look bigger. Yeah, definitely 9 mil. If purple is the way to go, then it would be for sure my wife's new daily carry, which would work, I guess, but I am not a fan of purple for me. It's enough to scare a man during reproduction. That would be freaking cool. It grows on you. You all will love it. That would be sick with the rounds. Heck yes. All right. Well, I'll do some experimenting. I can, as soon as I get my new Dremel in, I'll cut the lips off and figure out how I can do that. Because that would be kind of neat. Kind of goes with the theme too, just kind of out there. It's not going to add much weight either, so nothing wrong with a little purple. Trying to think, yeah, there's nothing else I would really change about this. I mean, I'm not a speed hole fan, but I guess that's the point of plugging them up, right? Or plugging it up. Huh, yeah, that would be perfect on those little holes. Cool. What up, Mallory? How you doing, Dylan? Yeah, that's a cool proto. I'll just do a little massaging on there. Thank you, my dear. Got to get you a good one. Bring you down a coffee when you're very much needing it. So yeah, the 9 millimeter is good on the bigger holes. These two smaller holes, um, the 223 will fit perfectly. Some hot dang Lake City 556. That'd be cool. Oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm kind of excited to do this little custom now. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to um, Manuel Mello because I know he's added some rounds to handles before, and I'm just kind of curious if he epoxied them in or what. Loki probably has the exact measurements. Yeah, I like it. Very unique. We'll just put it that way. It's a very unique design. Pow, pow. I can't believe I've almost been on an hour already. That's nuts. All right, so that's set. This will be February Moga. We'll put some rounds in there. Again, if my Dremel was going right now, I would just go cut these off, but I do not have it going right now. So, and I think it would be cool to leave the primers in. I think that would be cool. But what do I know? So, anyways, yeah, I'm kind of out of it today, guys. Again, I was at a family member's funeral, and it was a just a hard day. That doesn't ever make you clearly happy. So, just glad I'm on here and kind of taking my mind off that for a little while. So, anyways, cool. I'm glad that this worked out, Dragoon. I know you'll like this. Oh yeah, if I take it out, then you still got speed holes, which I despise of. So, yeah, good point, Brian. Good point. Good point, my man. Oh, I don't know why I have the dock down here still, but I do love the Docktober. I know it's a weird looking blade, but man, this thing has my heart for sure. And it's smooth. It's silky and it is smooth. All right, so that goes in that hole. Check. Um, I also have this one, the micarta version. The micarta version still has 20 CV, so that's how you do a budget knife right there. Oh, I need a black thumb stud right here. There we go. There we go. Thanks, Dark, for showing off my prototype. I really appreciate. Of course, I'll show it off, man. I kind of want to get a video of me hacking into something, kind of like, well, that would be Gallagher smashing vegetables, right? But I'd like to hack something with this. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. There's a whole long story to, you know, I guess we treat it as a celebration of life, put it that way. So I like it in my card. What's up, Be Wild? Canada says hi. Well, hi from the U.S. Good to see you, our northern brethren. Brethren. What is your favorite handle material for everyday use? I'm a stupid carbon fiber fan. Like, I just love carbon fiber. Um, it has just enough grip. Well, like this. This is like a raw carbon fiber. It's tacky. You can hear it. Now there is other carbon fibers where it's like a laminate carbon fiber. Not the biggest fan, but it's great. But then after that, it would definitely be a micarta for many reasons. This is a little slipperier after I waxed it, but I mean, micarta just is wow, and if you ask me. But burlap micarta is just gorgeous. I mean, it is hard to beat the old burlap. We should just pull out a burlap just so we can, because we're talking about it and its ears are burning. I got a couple burlaps. Don't have many, but here's one that was never offered by Kaiser in this configuration, a 20 CV burlap Escort, which, is like the best of both mini worlds, actually. This is a good outdoors one, no coatings, burlap, 20 CV, just a hard use with an axis lock. So micarta and aluminum are hard to beat. See, I am not the world's biggest aluminum fan. Call me weird. I'm just not. I love titanium. I've always loved titanium. Don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, I was like, oh man, it's a titanium watch. Sick. You know, I don't know. Aluminum just reminded me of like pop cans. So I love carbon fiber too. What up, Mickey Bobby? Mikey Bobby. No blue yet, but looking. Oh, I do know someone that's selling a blue twill Asher A lock right now. I need to send my escort to Dale and get some micarta scales. Who is Dale? If you don't mind me asking, Dragoon. Titanium for the win. Anything but FRN and Altum. Now, there is some people that really like Altum. I don't like Altum that much, but I do have an Altum knife that I absolutely love. So I think it's probably because they frosted the Altum and it doesn't look as horrible than it is when it's clear or polished. But yeah, hard to beat this. I do have the twin to it, and pretty much where this one started was a black aluminum 20 CV Escort. So again, I think we talked about this last week. I'm going to get some custom carbon fiber scales and the iced out camo carbon, and yeah, it's I'll have twins. And not one but two escorts. Like you can never have too many escorts in your life. Uh, Escort, as in the knives, made by Dirk Pinkerton. Let me rephrase that. Oh, Escort's akimbo. I would not make a good ninja. Flat, contoured. Sometimes I don't send the advantage, or I don't see the advantage of tie over aluminum. I just like the bragging rights sometimes, or just seems like bragging rights. Um, I just like the little bit of weight. It's not as heavy as steel, but not as light as aluminum. And I like the fact that it is easier to mod simply for anyone. Like you can mod titanium a lot easier, I think, than aluminum. Is aluminum softer? Yes. Good clarification, says Caleb. I know. Boptism says Fisherman. No, I meant these escort knives right here. See, the DP escort, Dirk Pinkerton escort, not, yeah, Dirk Pinkerton escort. We'll just keep it at that. Dual wielding. Oh Lord, Knife Addict Dylan makes some killer ones. Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I didn't know. There's like Shepherd CC or Shepherd Customs, c- and there's a few other custom scale makers out there. So I try to spread it around, but I would send it out to Brian. Let Brian, if you're going to rescale, have Mitten State do that. I love battle worn aluminum. Also, blasted aluminum is great. I blasted aluminum once and it really screwed it up. And I think Stacy has that knife now, actually. Actually, you know what I did? I tumbled that and Stacy has it. So I just was very upset about that. And I'm sure blasting aluminum looks a lot better than what I did with it. So I noticed tie really shows wear a lot easier, but I do love it. That's not necessarily true. It's depending on how you finish the titanium. Because if you zircon titanium, it's much more durable than like say this finish right here. This would scratch very easily. So it depends. Again, are you shot peening the surface like blasting does, or are you just doing a light surface condition change? I don't know. So, so Dwayne Letterman, if you're on there, your package is still delayed. It's somewhere out there in La La Land. I don't know how far or close it is, but I'm sure on your end, you can see that. But look at it this way as far as blasting, and depends on the blast that you do too. Sand or silica, there's a bunch of different ones, but what I'm using is tiny balls, not shards, and those balls are peening that surface. So at a much higher rate. So, but yeah, Dwayne, you should be able to see it. It's on there somewhere. I don't know. Um, but when I first ordered Zircon, I thought it was zirconium. So I thought I was getting some really dense zirconium balls to peen these surfaces with, and it's not zirconium at all. It's ceramic. So, okay, learned something new. But it made a lot of sense that zirconium would make an ultra dense surface because you're literally shot peening the crap out of it at a high p or at a certain psi, and hundreds of thousands per second. So peen those balls. Huh. Someone's going to come on this live and think we are talking about something completely different. So, all right. This will be fun. I'm excited for this. Oh, sorry, guys. I am really that tired. This members only giveaway. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to do it. Okay, got to put the escort away. We don't just dump these ones out. We put them to bed. There you go. I'm trying to fill up my first knife case. It holds 28. I'm 3 away from filling it, so that's my mission. Well, I got some if you're looking to buy, Koister. I could sell you some rat meow. Uh, Currently, none of the ones on the table are for sale. Dragoon would personally drive to my house and kick me in the kneecap if I sold this one on live. I know he would. But then we'd make steaks and it would be all better. Who has a duckling? I am kind of infatuated with these ducks. We'll talk this week for sure. I will be in Contact Darkwater for a knife. Okay. It's funny. The other night, I realized that I have given my two younger sons some pretty premium knives this year, and then my oldest son, I didn't give him anything, and I kind of felt like a bad dad the other day. So I was selling a brand new Kershaw Bel Air. I gave that to my son so he could have my oldest to have a USA made, and then I gave him that Dragoon. You know that red micarta sheepdog, the one that I had bought another one. Anyways, I gave him that one. So I'm in the search for another red micarta or blue micarta sheepdog, but I do have, the Nebula or America sheepdog still clearly. I've never even carried this thing, so pow. I feel like this one could have a beauty ring on it or a trim ring. You know what I'm saying? Not beauty ring. What is it? A hubcap? Your beauty ring fell off. Oh, good Lord, Martha. Oh, I know I'm tired. I sound like a sleepy sillies. My kids the other night, they were laughing and they're like, Dad, why is everything so funny when you're tired? I'm like, it's because it's the sleepy sillies. I don't know if that's the technical term for it, but that's what we always called it, the sleepy sillies. Sierra Rick says, drink water. Good evening. That ground fixie looks cool. There is a drink water out there in the world. I am not drink water. I'm what happens when you don't drink water. You get dark water. So just want to give that clarification to you. That ground fixie, or that ground fixie looks cool. In my fixie world, we call it the that shape a tracker, not like the trapper slip joints. Obviously, I had said that when I unboxed this earlier in the live, that this reminded me a lot of the Tom Brown tracker, and I think Tops makes a licensed version of that now. But this is definitely different. But it has a little bit of that vibe. I'd say this is somewhere between a Spartan sword and a tracker, Sierra. So that's something that, yeah, that's my take on this anyway. Somewhere between a Spartan sword and a tracker. Glad you like my design, Sierra Rick. Oh, Sierra Rick. That's a pretty cool name, sir. Well, I shouldn't genderize people on the right. No bada boom. Sorry about that. I'll get your name right. Oh, you don't got to apologize. Whenever I'm in a live with Drinkwater, it probably does get confusing. Um, but it is what it is, right? Like, I don't care. I was just giving you a hard time. No hard feelings. Yeah, there's just something about the sheepdog that's pretty, pretty outstanding. I could have gave him this one, but I haven't even got to carry this one yet. And I know he would love this though, for sure. I'm a guy, no worries. I don't worry about genderizing people, but people really worry about getting genderized for some reason. Just call it like you see it sometimes, right? So, yeah, that tracker knife, like I have always wanted an actual Tom Brown tracker. I For what? I don't know. I just always wanted one because, I'm a guy and you gotta have some cool things once in a while. But right now I have a Loki tier 1 and I think that's probably the next best thing, right? So, yeah, this thing is an absolute beast. It clearly has had some chopping onto it. I get called Miss. It's okay. Really? Oh, because like Mallory, is Mallory a girl's? Well, I guess yeah. My first name is a girl's name too, but I've got. I forgot I have another one like the blade stock of yours and the blade finish reminds me of this little fixie. It's called the Black Flag from Brass Brigade, and just the feeling of that steel here reminds me of the Black Flag. So I think Rodney has like 3 of these uh Brass Brigades. So I don't know. It's definitely some thick blade stock on there. This one, I mean, I would have called this the pry bar. It's so dang thick for a tiny fixie, right? There's no breaking this knife. You could use this as a boat ramp if you'd like. So, Bob Tism, what's up? As long as you don't drink that water, man, I have got a story for you, but it is not appropriate for YouTube. But yes, I've drank that water one time, and it was not on purpose. And it was not fun. I'm just going to throw that out there. This is a tire stabber for sure. If you were into that sort of thing, um, I'm not sure I would after seeing tires blow up and dang near decapitate people. So I'm not a big fan of anywhere where you're on high weight, high pressurized tires. Uh, no, thank you. No, thank you. I was going to sell this little fixie because I never carry. I haven't carried. I haven't carried this one at all. But the more I hold it, the more I like it. I mean, this is a CHONK for sure. Chonk. Mallory, I do want to talk to you after this. Well, not after. I'll just send you a message and I can chat with you tomorrow. I know you're shout out for Mallory. He's got uh and you should be self-promoting on here, Mallory, please. By all means, please promote your upcoming release. It's called the H2O or H20. I didn't quite pay attention to the last digit on there, but I think that pre-order closes in the next few hours. Does it not? Let me know. So, Sweet Leaf says, David, that's Mick. What's up? I can't spell tonight. Oh, steal the valve is easier. That's true. Never thought about that. Can you just pull a valve out? I guess I don't know. Woohoo, Mallory Designs shout out. What is happening, Wheezy? Okay, good chug of coffee. So for you, carbon fiber, H2O, that is definitely an O. And thank you for sharing Mallory's. Um, oh, well, Mallory, it's hard for him to promote. I can't do anything with my live right now. So, um, Stacy, if you have managing mod rights, can you add Mallory um, as a moderator so he can post his links and stuff? And Mallory, don't ever feel like you can't when you come on my lives. I want you to just be able to promote. It is not selfish. You need to get your product out there, and yeah, at any time, seriously, just put it on here. So my question is, for the carbon fiber lovers such as myself, this is cross-cut carbon fiber. Basically, you're just cutting it from the other angle versus your top layer there, like you would normally see, right? So, what are your thoughts on the crosscut? I love the look of it. It's almost like a wood grain at that angle. So, what do you guys think? I think it's killer if you ask me, but I didn't. I just gave you my thoughts on it. So, you didn't ask. But you can see that here, you got the crosscut there. Eh, focus out. There's your crosscut and then your twill top or weave top. And this one is basically oriented like this. So we got cross cut here and then twill here. So I really like that. I think more companies should do that. That's obviously a super chunk of carbon fiber too to get that thing. So let me zoom out. The knife is a beast right there. The more I look, the more like you I want one like it. Yeah, these are 80C or yeah, 80 CRV2. Um, they're awesome. If that's one you're interested in, let me know, Koister. I'll make you a heck of a deal on it. Um, again, I have large hands, so just forewarning. I don't know how big your hands are, but I have large hands. I fill up the 95% of the knife there. I can get out over that blade. Um, Andy has a nice sharpening choil, so not a lot of his knives came with sharpening choils. So I think Rodney found that out. So yeah, it's very cool. It's called the Black Flag. And there he did a bunch of different blade shapes because Rodney had requested a bunch of different ones. So yeah, I don't know. He think he's got Warnies and sheep's foot and spear point and I don't know what else. Drop point. I don't know exactly what all he got, but he definitely got a few versions of this. Cabo Carbon is selling that crosscut a lot now. I just like the simple black. I mean, I love twill carbon fiber. Okay, roger that. So boom, and it's got a sick sheath. I think that's my favorite thing about it is he made a really cool sheath for it. Look at that thing, beast. You know what would be really cool? Actually, let me see if my trying to think in the pocket. You don't wouldn't want it up that far if I put one of my clips on there. I'll throw one of my clips in there if you do buy it, just so you have an option. But he already has cross belt loops for this one, as you see. So he started putting choils in because of me. Yeah, and for some reason I don't know how he didn't remember he put one in this one. So this one was before yours, obviously. So I don't know. Screw the par. I need that. Well, here's the size difference between the par and this one. So, if you're curious, overall they're roughly the same size. There is no comparison here. I mean, this weighs about a third of the weight. So, yeah, she's a beast for sure. So, how many people have you killed? We don't kill people. We kill them with kindness. Liquid Denmark 1315, because that's what we should do. We should be neighborly and love on people. Again, there's that word again, neighborly. Good night, Burlap. Hey, can we close this without? There we go. Get in there. Get in there. Stop squirming. I'm trying to save you. This is the wrong hole. There you go. Okay. We should have horizontal live streams. Why, Jim Cox? Why do you want horizontal live streams? Give me a reason. Huh. We are all nice, friendly, armed people. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely armed. What's up with the lives? Call me Liquid. What's up, Liquid? That's a cool name. I like it. I can't tell what your emoji is, though. Can't tell. We should have horizontal. We are all nice and friendly. Less children. Oh, I don't think Liquid Denmark is. For some reason, he actually he Liquid actually talks with full sentences. That's generally not children's MO that I see, so I can draw from that it is not a child. Missed that sheepdog. Well, I haven't even messed with it, Dragoon. I mean, I literally took it out of the package and stuck it in the Kaiser wall up there. So, you guys, you guys are trying to get me in trouble on this thing. I swear, I can't read all these comments. I mean, I can, but what else do I want to play with? Uh, but on, but that one on the earlier was for sure. Why have weapons if you don't plan to use them? Wouldn't it be better not to have no weapons? Bro, I'm 42, so that was a while ago. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, Liquid. We call it preparedness. You have weapons for preparedness. Um, if I was trying to be prepared for, those stuff, I would probably be using something like this beef shank right here or the tier one. But yeah, why not? I do, and you hopefully you plan to use them. You prepare always and pray you don't have to use it. I mean, that's the way it should be. I mean, no one wants to go out there and do that stuff unless you absolutely have to or have your back against the wall. If we're out there being offensive with that, I don't know. I have many mixed emotions about that. So I'm not necessarily a collector, Coister. I love knives, but I guess this hobby might be turning into collecting to stop tyranny. There we go. I look at knives as tools. I guess you never know. That's right, Rick.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what's going on, Firestone? Good to see you. You can always have a hunting rifle, but knives will not help you in a war or street fight. No, if you're down to knives, Liquid, uh, your back is against the wall. Like you definitely. How do I put this? There's better options. If you're down to knives, it's up close and personal at best. So at worst, it's going to be absolutely brutal. So, um, what are you doing?
I was seeing what you're doing.
Well, just on the live stream.
Okay.
What are you guys doing for dinner?
Nachos.
nachos, nacho cheese. This is nacho cheese, right? All right. All right. Well, yeah, I'm just talking about knives. I look at knives, okay, blah, 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 blah. Knives are tools. Brandon Reed, are you interested in selling it? What is Brandon Reed selling? Sierra Rick. Where did Brandon? Did I miss something here? Brandon Reed. Brandon Reed. Brandon Reed. I love the looks of this little blade. Where's Brandon Reed's other one? Oh, I have a cool sheepdog in 20 CV with just red and black. I didn't even know they made a sheepdog in 20 CV that's red and black. I'd like to see it, Brandon Reed. Knives are tools and I fix things. So, yeah, Dragoon uses the heck out of fixed blades and pocket knives for his daily work. So, well, I'm an older boxer, so they have no chance. But if you want to protect your family in a crisis, a rifle is much better. Yeah, you need a weapon or tool that'll create distance from you and your family. You're absolutely right. So that's awesome. Love seeing the older boxer comment there. I am not a boxer. More of a, well, we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. I'll leave my background out of this. So we have weapons. That is the reason the U.S. doesn't get invaded. Wow. Yeah, anyway, I just wanted to show off the old KB folklore here from Derek Sharon because this crystal tie version is now available at KB. Again, you can use code Darkwater to save you 20% at KB Knives. And they ship worldwide. And this is one heck of a blade. Man Art Liquid. Man Art. This definitely is man art. Yeah. Well, when you get nachos, bring me some, would you? More man art. What up, Wyvern? Good to see you. Ooh, I love that ting ting. Listen to this. I don't know if that picks up through the cat or the microphone, but listen. That's cool, brother. We were all dumb and stupid once as kids. Yep. Hopefully people learn, right? Wicked nice compound grind as well. Hey there, Kelly's Mishmash. And women too. Sorry, girls. I may have actually two of them. I'm located in Canada, though. That wouldn't be a big deal. Um, the Sheepdog and 20 CV was made for our Canadian EDC group. Also, that's why. Cool. Darkwater, that dual grind looks sweet. Yeah, that dual grind on the folklore for sure. Matt Moore, I was thinking the same thing. I love that grind. Anything can be a weapon, but not everything makes a good tool. What's up, Todd Carr? Good to see you. Wyvern. Compound grinds are my overall favorite. Good evening. Oh, that ding. Ding. You want to play with that one? Yeah, we'll pull out the compound grind again. I don't own a whole lot with compound grinds, but the ones I do, I definitely really, really like. So, where are you at? My other one. There you are. Well, I'm a 100th generation Viking, so that flip is just a butter knife. You need an axe or a really big sword. I am not a Viking. I feel like I've always had some sort of like Norwegian or something in me, but turns out it was German. So, yeah, I definitely like, not too similar blade shapes, but they're definitely close. Um, I had a feeling it was one of the exclusive region wise. I would definitely be interested if you decide to move one. I'm easy to find. A pink scale harpoon knife is like the Coast Guard showing up to a shark party. Flashy supposedly rescues people, but everyone knows it's just there to stab crap dramatically while looking fabulous. Oh Lord. What up? Good to see ya. I'm Danish, so Germany is next door for sure. Actually was overseas with the Danes. So I got to in Afghanistan. I got to meet a lot of Danes. If you're Viking, you might enjoy my tier 1 design. I love that pena. I love this pena too. It cost me dearly to get this one, but it was worth it because one of my buddies, or well, two of my buddies, they own Sons of Liberty Gunwork. So Mike and Kyle, glad to have something with their logo on it other than a rifle. So this one was a pretty cool find. So Malcolm Holt, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Man, I don't know why I'm just playing with them. Just playing with it all tonight. Yeah. I do feel like I got something new. I'm just not sure what it was. I did pick up another one of these. I don't know who bought my last one. I kind of forgot. It might have been um, projectiles are sharp. I think maybe I don't know, but had to get another one. See, I knew Dragoon would skeep in there and steal the knife from me. No, I'm just messing, Dragoon. I'd like to see it though, Brandon. If you would send me a picture on Instagram or something. 2017 through 2020, liquid. 2017 to 2020. Brown sugar, how you doing? Yeah. Something about the breakers I just really like. Dark water, your Quattro. Yeah, I thought I showed that off last week though. I mean, not that I can't show it off today. We'll put this one away. Yeah, I do want another red and black sheepdog because I do red Fridays for my carries, which is remember everybody deployed, for everybody deployed in the military, overseas, or somewhere uh, obscure. So that's a big part of my carry is the red and black Fridays. So let me get out this Quattro wherever I put it. Oh, I do know what I got in. I got that from him. I got in another Bridgeport 395, one of my favorite of all EDC carries. Oh yeah, you were there on the original. Well, thank you for your service, Liquid, for sure. Brother in arms. Just tired of being cold. Yeah. Well, that happens. Oh, well, we'll set that down. I got sidetracked already. Goodness. Come on, man. I'm screwing this up. We showed the Tempest. We showed those. Huh. I know there's something else I got too, but I did not leave it out for sure. So the Quattro, that's what he's talking about. Again, so many crossbar locks. I wish they wouldn't do so many crossbar locks, but this one is solid. This is as solid of a crossbar lock as you can get. I put this up there with my Fair Monster Spectrum in terms of how much I like it. This is bad to the bone, and this one is in LMAX for probably well, it's cheaper than the bug out, but I feel like this is 10 times the knife of a bug out, so I don't know. But I'm in Texas, not Wyoming. I know, I know. Well, it was 50 degrees here yesterday, and that's never in this part of the year. So just a weird year all around. You know, every 20 or 30 years, you'll get a weird year, a really ridiculously cold year. I mean, you know, a couple years ago at this point, we had 2 straight weeks of -40 degrees. So we're almost 100 degrees warmer than that. That's a huge shift. That is not a light shift, right? So pretty funny. Yeah. The Quattro is a big boy and it's a good one. So we'll put the Quattro here. I was all over. I pretty much hit every base there. We'll just put it that way. Um, got to meet a lot of the Germans and Danes working with NATO missions. So, what up, Sharp Obsession? Good to see you. But I can't get into a lot of it on the live. I think you can understand that. So, I'll just leave it at that. But I was over there with some very cool and interesting folks. Every once in a while, they'll pop in on here, but you'd never know it. And I like to keep it that way. One's probably watching right now, actually. Well, it was 80 on Christmas and negative last week. Yeah, so there you go. There's a 100-degree swing, and you don't even know. Well, I mean, I guess you do know. I hope we get winter back where I live. When I moved here 35 years ago, it was totally different than here now. Yep. Yeah, that whole harp thing is really starting to tick me off. The HAARP. And I think that has a lot to do with it. But I'm no conspiracy theorist. I just call out patterns that are true. Oh, sometimes. All right, there is something else I want to show you guys, but I gotta figure it out what it was. Do 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 do. Well, we were talking about that North Mountain in Oldham, so I might as well pull that one out. Oh, I got this one in. That was another new one I got for last week. All right, there we go. Yes, NATO played an active role, even do even though Trump says we didn't. I think his terms are when he's saying they don't play an active role. I don't think he's meaning there. I think he's meaning in a few other areas, as far as paying countries paying for fair share. I don't think he's talking about NATO, the actual boots on ground, because I know very differently. I got to serve in great capacities with NATO and with RS, and man, we did some great work, and I'll just put it that way with NATO. Uh, I think it has to do with proportionality. But the troops that I worked with weren't NATO. You know what I'm saying? They weren't actual UN troops, I should say. So, but we can agree that the Green Zone was the hot spot. Lost a lot of good people. That is for sure. Um, Mick, I love Avondale and Parker. I must be talking about Arizona. We haven't had a winter in Colorado yet. Thanks, Harp. Yeah, I totally believe it's Harp. I mean, since when in your guys' lifetime, like Warris, have you ever seen Northern Lights in freaking Florida? Kelly's probably all over this conversation right now, typing out paragraphs. But I mean, not Kelly. I'm sorry, Stacy. But I wanted to shout this one out real quick. This one is from my buddy Okada, and I was like hesitant because I'm not a dual scale kind of guy, even though this one's just an insert. This is so much lighter than I had expected this giant mouse because, even some titanium gets a little chonky. This is so light for a Biblio. And this is a European exclusive version from a company called Lamia or Lamnia or something like that. I don't know how to say it. But man, I am super pumped to get this one. I'm going to, of course, nip the tip on here. But it'll be or a flicker only, not a flipper only. I moved from New Jersey to Texas in '05. Didn't even own pants, just shorts. Anyone interested in some of the knives I helped, check out the 2024 to 2026 Shed Knives collection. Temp here has been a seesaw this year, up to 40s and down to negative 20s. Been nuts. Yeah, I mean, that's not by chance. It is definitely not by chance. So, uh, yeah, we all had us, we all had our advisors, but we basically did our own thing. But that's the price of freedom. I thank you too, Liquid. Definitely. So, I just know if I ever have to go again, like I was super pumped about a lot of the knives I got, and it came down to it where I'm like, crap, I actually, per code, I have to carry a US made something if it was issued. Personally, I'd probably stick with that too. And I was trying to think like what US made thing I would carry with me over there. But speaking of that Altum earlier, we talked about the smoked, or I talked about smoked Altum. It's actually frosted, I guess. It's more muted. It's not as truly annoying as the bright Altum. So I really like this North Mountain chop because of that. It's a more subtle Altum. Let me know what you think. I think this is actually probably the best looking Altum out there. What do I know? I've seen the effects of harp in Tucson. Yeah, and it, people think it's not a thing. It definitely is a thing. So I think this chop though would be really good with a thumb studs. Yay. And it's gonna have to go closer to here. Man, probably right above the A. Yep, right there. Hmm. I'm kind of intrigued by the new strong arm and Magna Cut, but it's pretty far down my list of wants. Definitely my Zon for my US carry. Um, and I'm talking about in uniform, Big Jim. I for sure got this knife for a reason. Let me pull it out. Uh, this would probably be my uniform carry. Well, a knife doesn't run out of bullets, so it's a great sidearm if you get up close and personal. That's for dang sure. But I would probably run this T-Cal as a horizontal belt carry in uniform. So this is clearly a U.S. made T-Cal. Well, it even says it on there. Yay!
Thanks your food.
Holy cow, nachos! Thank you, son. I appreciate that. Let me move some jazz here. Thank you, son. Appreciate it. What up, Gabe Harlan? They changed the design of that one before doing another job, so I never got one of the chops. Gabe, I have two of them. Well, actually, I don't have two of the Ultims, but I have two chops. So, anyways, this would probably be my US fixie. And, clearly with a karambit style, you want training. You don't want training. You need training on a knife because I mean this is dangerous. You rip someone's finger off with that thing pretty easily. So, very cool knife. Never had a T-Cal, so honored that War Room allowed me my first one here. So this is not a giveaway knife. No, sir. This is definitely not a giveaway knife. I'm generous, but although I was told I have a knife today in my collection that is going to be a giveaway. I was told. So pretty interesting. So we'll look for that soon. I love my T-Cal adversary. I have the T-Cal Nighthawk. Tanto, great knife, but she thick when trying to cut. But the M96 was a great rifle, and the Walther was a sufficient sidearm. but we always had the old trusty for close combat for sure. I'm a huge HK fan. Like if I could choose one sidearm for the rest of my life, um, I think Glock is a safe choice. But I love my HK USP. That is my absolute favorite lights out shooting firearm. Just posted 2 pics of the sheepdog for you on Insta and tagged you. Okay, I'll have to pause for a second. All right, I'm back. I had to check out that message real quick. Um, Michael Janik, a prominent American expert in self defense martial arts and an edged weapon tactics. He's the founder of Martial Art Blade Concepts. Looked him up serving the U.S. Army. Got to get out of there and make a snowman, Gabe Harlan. That is what I used to do. Oh, I love the Clock 17 snub nose. Janik taught us combatives. Is that one G-Massey? So Brandon Reed showed me that the sheepdog scales are in this red and black G Mascus type scale. Um, so that's a very cool look on a sheepdog. I've never seen that one. That is super cool. I did not look and see if it was crossbar lock though. I've talked with Janik. He is a cool guy. I like his practical approach. Is it Janik or Janich? Probably Janik. 43X all day, my XDM Elite. Yeah, I'm probably going to sell my 43X and get a 48 MOS, which is literally the same thing. Or, you know what? Maybe I should just keep it and get an extra. Shh. I try to avoid getting on it. The cold makes my past injuries hurt. It was on the molder I used in X Files. It was the one that Molder used in X Files, yeah. I thought Molder and X Files used like a high power or something. I never got to watch X Files. I probably should though. I know it was very popular, and I know it's right up my alley. Without training with a knife, you're more likely to forget you even have it on you. Like anything, training is paramount. Yep, because you resort to your lowest level, right? Your lowest level of training or his highest level training. You resort to your training. What would make sense there? It's got to become second nature to you. My Legion 365 is my go-to. Yeah, I could see the Legion. Sharp Obsession, I would, if you haven't already, I would change your trigger return springs out. That's what I always did with my SIGs, and it made them shoot a lot better. As far as return of, I don't know, feedback, I guess, gives you better feedback in the trigger. I could outshoot my trigger without those trigger return springs. I would definitely be faster than that trigger return. So, anyways, yeah, this is Brandon Reed. If you can hear me, this is the similar scales, right? If you correct me if I'm wrong. I'll just drop that in right there. Oh, it was a Glock. Okay, didn't know that. Yeah, I need to check that out. So, what is your go-to carry liquid? Being you're from Denmark, I'm trying to think because you've got Austria for Glock, Germany HK, then you got Walther. I don't know. I've never had a Canic. I know everybody raves about them. I just never had one yet. Oh, so it's just like that carbon fiber version, but it's in red and black G mask, the same red and black G Mascus. So that's pretty cool. Dragoon, are you on still? Yeah, Jim Cox. Well, you got one that I want. I think you have two of what I want, don't you? And I should have bought that one you posted the other day. Oh yeah, FN. But FN is Belgium. So I always tended to stay away from guns going boom. That was my brother's thing, so I liked making different booms. Deep into deep into sheepdog Google, what's up? Did you find that blade? It's this red and black G Mascus right here with 20 CB blades. So that would be a killer combo.
Dang. I've never seen that knife in the middle.
Well, I just unboxed it right now.
Oh.
My son is very intrigued about the tier 1, Loki. Just don't chop my head off while I'm trying to do the live stream, all right? Mom would be upset. Or not. I don't know. Just kidding.
Definitely upset.
Probably 3. Bro, you're holding out on me. I got the money in PayPal right now.
Still some uncles.
Yeah, I love 20 CB. Some FN are made here in South Carolina. Yeah, for sure. Yep, over the Walther. The old PP9. I don't remember what the Germans were carrying for sidearms when I was there. I know the Danes. I swear, was it the Danes? Or was it the Belgium? Anyway, someone was carrying a PS90. The Germans were carrying MP7s. And so it was in close quarter areas, right? So those are personal security weapons. So I have a USP 45 compact tactical that is a forever keeper. I just want a USP 9 compact or a USP 45 compact.
Sorry, I want to sit down.
Yeah, I just need to clear out some stuff. I'm sorry, son.
Okay.
Corn,
Yeah.
would you get me a refill?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be massive.
Okay.
So that sheepdog hole goes deep, y'all. It does go deep. and there is a ton of exclusives out there. Ooh, I better. Cheers. Got my coffee. Oh, okay. You know what? I've always been intrigued about carrying 357 Sig. Well, Sig's from there too. There's another German company. Someone take my credit card away. Oh, you're killing me, kid. Yeah, so I got that in, and then I got in the Bridgeport 395, which I should probably anno that black right here. But it's such a good knife. Oh man, the mags on HKs are ridiculous. Sigs are not much better. Uh-oh, brown sugar. What are you saying uh-oh for? So anyways, well, almost 2 hours on here already. I can't believe it. That is super fast. What are you guys what are we doing? What are you guys doing tonight? You guys want to watch a movie?
I don't know. Sure.
I kind of want to. I don't know what though. I don't even know what good movies are out. Oh, that's not my card number. I know my card number by heart, and that is not it. So, some unlucky soul. I stocked up on mags for USPs. I didn't even know back in the 2008 plus. Carrying versed as an army nurse is like it can carry 45 in your med bag, not your main tool. That's healing, but when patient seizing and flipping out mid chaos, it's fast, quiet draw. It's just random. 8675309. Had a Demaco C7. Nachos. My son doesn't know what even distribution of cheese is.
No more cheese? How about 2 whole scoops? Not spread out enough.
Chef Rocky says, "What's up, suckers?" I don't know what voice Chef is using, but that's what I imagine the voice that Chef uses. Chef, how are you doing? How's your wife? I'm going to pay Chef Rocky and I'm going to get it on video. And I want him to say, I think it's freaking molten. I want that on video. I love leftover meatloaf. Oh, dude, leftover meatloaf with a little sriracha or spicy ketchup on top. Amen. Brother Rocky. All right. Well, I will get out. Actually, when I get off this live here in a few minutes, I'm going to do the January Moga drawing. So anybody that has entered in there, um, Dark Water, great content. Got to go. Good night, everybody. Sierra Rick, thank you so much for hanging out. I got to go here in a few minutes too. But any of the channel members that have not entered in the members only giveaway for January, please do so right now. It is on the members only playlist on my channel. And as soon as I get off here, give me about 10 minutes and I'll go and do the drawing. So, again, members only giveaway for January is a Miguron. And definitely appreciate your guys' support and, um, the continued support of the channel and especially my Anchor Crew members paying a monthly subscription fee. That's just crazy to me, but thank you. Yep, G36 is right. That is absolutely right, Denmark or Liquid. But some of the units I was with had the personal support rifles, and so the MP7s, again the P90s. I think that was for the Belgians, or was the Danes? I don't remember who had that. No, it was Belgian. So make sure you send me a pic of the Pioneer once you make it pretty for sure. It's going to be a cool little um, project too, to get that up to where I want it to be. So I'll debate on the purple. SC Knife Monkey says, "Good evening, Darkwater. Sorry I'm late. You don't got to apologize to me. Not by any stretch of the imagination." So, anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. The Brits used an L5. Yes, they do. The L85A2. The French use FAMAS, which is true. I'm not crazy. Oh wait, yes I am. The big knife is the Loki Inc. Tier 1. Wait, they charge me monthly? Yeah, when you ran out of groceries last month, Rodney, it was because you have a subscription to my channel. I appreciate it though. Sorry about the hardship. That's awesome. With NATO, I pretty much hit all the countries in NATO and then a bunch of TCNs as well. So I got to see a lot. All right, guys. Well, I better peace out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending time on a Tuesday night. You definitely got me out of my mood after that funeral today. So thank you guys. Made me happy. Talk about knives and guns and brotherhood from across the world. So Liquid, thank you so much for hanging out. Sierra Rick, again, there's probably more newcomers to the channel on here, but just wanted to call you guys out and thank you for hanging out. And then here, thank you so much for always stopping by and showing support and having a good time. So I didn't see any prayer requests tonight, so I'm going to just send you guys on your way. And you have a good week. And again, try to make someone smile this week. That's always my goal. Give someone a good day, make them smile. So the giveaway is on my channel, Chef Rocky. And since you're a member, you can definitely join that. So I'm going to give you guys about 15 minutes to go and get on the January MOGA giveaway. If not, forever hold your peace until I do February's. So until Valhalla. Stay safe, folks. Thank you guys. And thank you again for the support. And we'll chat soon. Take care, Marco. Thank you for always being number one. Later.